Good morning. My name is Enrique Garcia, and I'm from the DDCUS news team. Can I ask you some questions?
Sure.
Okay. How does it feel to be here at the dedication ceremony?
Well, I'm very proud. To me, it's a privilege and an honor to be able to be here on a day like this because this is a great school.
What do you think makes the environment at DDCUS so special?
I think it is the quality of the students, the quality of the teachers, the quality of your principal, your head of a school, and the entire environment in this school.
What was the proudest moment of you of being the president and the board chair of DDCUS?
Well, actually, it's I couldn't be a higher honor that I was elected to be able to work with this wonderful group of people to achieve what we think will be the best school in Doral.
What are your wishes for the future of our school?
I think the future is very bright. And again, it's because of you, the quality of the students, and the folks who are part of this project.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
My name is Andres Felipe Vergara, and I would like to ask him some questions.
Okay.
Okay. What makes DDCUS different from other schools you visit?
Well, it's a very unique partnership between Miami-Dade County Public Schools and the city of Doral and the Codina Group. That's how we created this school.
Okay. How does it feel to be here at the dedication ceremony?
Anytime that we open a brand new school to benefit our community is a fantastic day, so it feels great.
What are your hopes and dreams for the school?
My hopes and dreams for this school are the same hopes and dreams for any school. Students learn, they become successful, so they can become active contributors to our community.
Our school is a language school. How does being proficient in more than one language benefit a student?
Look, I speak 5 languages fluently. It is very, very important to speak languages, particularly in our diverse community in this global economy.
Thank you very much for your time.
You're welcome, Andres. It's a pleasure.
Sorry.
There you go. All right.
I stumbled a little bit.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Eduardo Briseño.
Good morning, Eduardo. Good to meet you.
As the mayor of our city, how does it feel to open this school?
It's a great feeling because this being the newest school and one that's right here in downtown Doral, part of a master plan of the downtown area, certainly brings a lot of positive to the city, and I feel great about it. Not even good, great.
What do you think makes DDCUS special?
Well, I think that there's a couple things that make it special. First, it's right here in downtown Doral, which is an area which we planned many years ago. That originally we didn't have a school plan for this area. As you know, now we got the lower grades, and now we got the higher grades. So that is a great addition to the people that live and work, play in this area. And second of all, it's also a great addition to our city because it gives us an additional school that lets us help provide education to our residents and the children of our residents.
What are your wishes for the future of the school?
Well, a lot of good things. I think that academically you guys are doing great. My wishes are that it's the best school possible, that the young men and women that come here do the best they can in what they love to do. We all have different talents, so I think the issue will be to get the best out of every student, which I'm sure this school will do. Whether it's playing sports, whether it's maybe playing in the band, maybe it's being a future TV commentator, or maybe somebody being a future mayor. It'd be great to see all the children fulfill their potential by learning as much as they can and growing as much as they can.
What do you think makes our school different from other schools?
Well, I think there's a couple of things that make it different. It's also in this area, which is downtown Doral. You have great teachers, great administrators, great parents. I think what makes it a little bit different might be the sense of family. Everybody here, as you can tell today, is so proud, and everybody here is part of the success. So there's no one person that gets the credit. Everybody does because everybody cares. And I think that sense of community and sense of family is very important for any school, and I can feel it here today.
Thank you.
Thank you, Eduardo. Good luck.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
From DDCUS, joined here by Miss Silva. How are you?
Hi, good morning, Johnny.
Good morning to you too. So I'm here to ask you two very important questions. How does it feel to be here at the dedication ceremony?
Well, I feel really, really good, and I'm so glad that Mr. Teben invited me to come over here. I work at DDCUS, and I'm so excited about this new school, the DDC Upper School. I think it's going to be a great program.
Yeah. So now, our school is a language school. How does it feel to be proficient in more than one language benefit a student?
Well, it's very important nowadays to know more than one language. And I think DDC US is really important in our community because it's going to give a chance for the students to be like more, to have more opportunity in their career, learning two languages, Spanish or Portuguese.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome, bienvenidos and bienvenidos. My name is Leonard Martinez. I'm a Spanish teacher here at downtown Doral School, and we're about to begin our program, so we kindly ask you to please take your seats. Please join me in welcoming with a round of applause our MCs for today, 7th grade students Ana Paula Modio and Maximiliano Tempestini.
Welcome, bienvenidos to Downtown Doral Charter Upper School.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you all please rise and direct your attention to the American flag located on the stage, and welcome our music director, Mr. Araujo, for the playing of the national anthem, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance, as the City of Doral Police Department Honor Guard takes the stage for the presentation of colors.
A round of applause for the City of Doral Police Department Honor Guard. Please be seated.
No.
We're pleased pleased to have honored guests, students, teachers, and parents here today to celebrate the opening of our school, Downtown Doral Charter Upper School. My name is Ana Paula Amodio, a 7th grade student in the Advanced Spanish track. I am joined today by Maximiliano Tempestini, a fellow 7th grader in the Portuguese track. Think global. That's the DDCUS motto. With this in mind, DDCUS has 3 main goals. The first goal is to achieve academic excellence. Students are placed in the highest track for success, where they are challenged and strive for distinction. The second goal is to provide a bilingual, bicultural education that promotes global awareness in our students. The third goal of the school is ensuring students graduate college and are career ready.
Students from DDCUS will leave the school prepared for a successful post-secondary education experience and ready to develop as professionals and global leaders in the 21st century. Our students are supported by a highly qualified staff using research-based instructional resources and practices and delivering a superior educational program.
At this time, please join me in welcoming Mr. Sam Verdeja, President and Board Chair of Downtown Doral Charter Upper School.
Good morning. Good morning. It is a pleasure and a privilege for me, on behalf of the Board of Directors, Vera Hirsch, Maria Montoya, and myself, to welcome you and to be part of this ceremony celebrating the opening of the Downtown Doral Charter Upper School. Also here, I'd like to recognize the former chair of the board of our school, Maria Llerena. I ask at this time that all board members please stand to be recognized. We should be proud of this beautiful building, but more important is the quality of our students, the teachers, its principal, Wilhelm Lapica, and the school head, Janet Acevedo Eisenberg. I'm sure the upper school will follow the success and achievements of Downtown Doral Charter Elementary School. As a matter of fact, it has already achieved so much to be proud of. I also want to mention that these projects have been possible by the vision and commitment to education of the Codina family and the management of the Miami-Dade Schools, public schools. I'm sure we all feel very proud of this new school. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Verdeja, for your kind words. And now to introduce our honored guest, we welcome our head of schools, Mrs. Acevedo Eisenberg.
Good morning. Buenos dias. Bon dia. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, family and friends, as head of schools, it is my honor and my pleasure to welcome you to the dedication ceremony for Downtown Doral Charter Upper School. I'd like to begin by thanking the Kindred Souls Collective Jazz Band under the direction of our very own music director, Patrick Araujo, for participating in this most memorable day. I'd also like to express gratitude to the Honor Guard from the City of Doral Police Department. It is with great pride that I also share with you that our alma mater, which you will hear today during our ribbon-cutting ceremony, was composed by our very own music director, Mr. Araujo, and the lyrics were written by our lead teacher, Ms. Lourdes Ortel. On behalf of the entire Downtown Doral Charter Schools family, I thank all of you for joining us today for this historic event. In the words of Walt Disney, who was the definition of a visionary, if you can dream it, you can do it. We had a really big dream here at downtown Doral, and we added a very important phrase to Walt Disney's quote: don't forget to work really, really hard. You see, a dream is a dream, but not unless you work really hard can you achieve it and make it happen. The Downtown Doral Charter School Upper School family lives by this motto. Every individual involved goes above and beyond the call of duty. Passion is extremely evident, and in every decision made, children are always first. Always. And we do it as a family. Every single detail that has been put into place today for this very special ceremony has been organized and created by our very own amazing staff members, parents, community members, and most importantly, by our students. I would like to thank every individual that was involved in making this day possible. This is a dream come true for all of us. We now offer a cutting-edge instructional program all the way from preschool through 12th grade. Downtown Doral Charter Schools has become the happiest place on earth where magic happens each and every day for our children. This is a learning environment built for success in the 21st century, a model of innovation. Our graduates, fully bilingual and globally aware, will be uniquely equipped to excel and lead. We know you will. They will be prepared for college. They will be ready for the world. Think global, and as we say here every single day on our morning news, go Dolphins. Allow me to take this opportunity to recognize the presence of a few distinguished guests who are joining us today for this extraordinary ceremony. I ask that you please stand at your seats when I call your name to acknowledge your presence. Member of the School Board of Miami-Dade County, our school board member, the Honorable Susie Castillo. Also, member of the School Board of Miami-Dade County, school board member, Dr. Lawrence Feldman. Superintendent of Miami-Dade County Public Schools, Mr. Alberto Carvalho. The mayor of this beautiful city of Doral, Mayor Juan Carlos Bermudez. Vice Mayor, City of Doral, Christy Fraga. Councilwoman, City of Doral, Claudia Mariaca. Consul General of Spain, Cándido Grace Estrada. Technical Advisor from the Spanish Consulate's Office, Elisa Bueno. Deputy Consul of Brazil, Ana Maria Pacinian. President of Campus Group Construction that built this beautiful building, Hector Fernandez. Chief Executive Officer, Codina Partners, Board Chair of Downtown Doral Charter Elementary School, Ana Marie Codina Barlet. And the visionary behind this live, work, play, learn downtown Doral environment, the Executive Chairman, Codina Partners, Mr. Armando Codina. Thank you all for joining us today. And now I will take a few moments to introduce our next speaker. Mayor Juan Carlos Bermudez, or JC. He is the founding mayor of the city of Doral and served in that capacity for the first 9.5 years of the city's existence. He was re-elected as mayor of Doral in 2016 for the 2016-20 term. He is currently a member of the advisory board of the United States Conference of Mayors, as well as board member of the Miami-Dade County Transportation Planning Organization. Thanks to his vision and his leadership, the city has received numerous national accolades, including being chosen the best city for business startups by Business Week, named number 2 of America's top 25 towns to live well in for its cultural amenities, pro-business environment and highly educated workforce by Forbes.com, named the 3rd place in the USA to retire by U.S. News and World Report, and was ranked the 51st best in the top 100 places to live and launch a business in the United States by CNNmoney.com. Most recently, City of Doral was named the 2nd fastest growing city in Florida and 11th in the country by the Florida International University's Metropolitan Center. After he came back as mayor and as an undoubted testimony that the city is doing great, Money Magazine recently selected Doral as number 22 in the top 50 best places to live in the U.S. To add even more, in March 2019, Doral was named as one of the 20 finalists for the 2019 All-America City Award by National Civic League. The All-America City Award shines a spotlight on the incredible work taking places in communities across the country. Mayor Bermudez graduated from the University of Miami, my alma mater, Go Canes, with a Bachelor's of Arts degree and received his law degree from the University of Notre Dame Law School. He has practiced law in South Florida for over 29 years and is a member of the Florida Bar and the American Bar Association, amongst other legal associations. He's currently a partner at Lubo Rosen in the Coral Gables office. Mr. Bermudez has been married to Vivian Bermudez, a special education teacher, for almost 3 decades. They have 3 children, Eneida Marie, Elena Catherine, and Elisa Nicole, and have resided in Doral for the past 20 years. And now, it is my honor to introduce to you and bring up on stage the mayor of the city of Doral, Mayor Juan Carlos Bermudez.
Thank you, Ms. Acevedo. That's so kind that even though there was a lot of references there, the most important thing is that it's we who did this, not just I. And I want to thank her because she's been a part of that and made this possible. I do certainly want to recognize my fellow council members that are here, and certainly Mr. Superintendent, thank you. We saw each other yesterday. I'm always trying to get good tips from him on looking good, so thank you for giving me the opportunity. I told my wife, you know, Alberto is my superintendent, is definitely the person that I got to emulate on that. I got to have lunch with you to get somebody. So, and I do certainly want to thank, you know, Board Member Feldman, and obviously Board Member Castillo, who is our school board member and saw this grow and develop. I want to thank our color guard and our police department for the great job that they have done, and certainly Mr. Consul General and Deputy Consul, Mr. Consul General of Spain and Deputy Consul Brazil. This is, I know both countries are very proud of this school because it is one of a kind. And it's very, very important, not only for Doral, but for all of South Florida. And obviously, Ms. Acevedo, who has done I can't even begin to mention every time, and she's right, my wife, it has been and still is a teacher. And sometimes I remind people in other parts of Miami-Dade County, they're not as lucky to have what we have here, which is great principals and someone with a vision. And in this case, Jeanette certainly fits that bill. And Principal Lapica, who's become a friend, certainly thank you for everything you've done for our community. Sam Verdea has known me forever, since I had hair. It was a lot thinner back in college. It's always great to see Sam and everybody on the board that does a great job. The parents who make this possible. I do want to recognize Nathan Kogan, who just left. See, that always happens. He just leaves when I recognize him. But those who don't know, Nathan was our planner, our original planner. Now he's at the county, and his wife Tally is here. But he was part of this process. And finally, I'll say a couple of words because I'm trying to keep it brief. I never prepare my speeches, as you all know. The whole Codina team has done a fantastic job. But in particular, Armando and Anna Codina, Barlick, and Armando has had, as Sam said, a tremendous vision. And many years ago, when we began this city, when we had a conversation about what the downtown area could be, his vision, and truly, his vision of a theme that we had picked up as a city theme when we began, the premier place to live, work, play, and learn in South Florida, was something that was really a godsend to us when he came and said, I've got this idea for that area where you have that old commercial park, and it was an old commercial park at the time, and the idea itself took years, and a lot of hard work, and I know in the case of Mr. Codina, he knows this because we began this path probably back in 2004, 2005. And today, I point out to people, we had Shakespeare in the Park this weekend, and I pointed out to some of the individuals that are actors at Shakespeare in the Park that are from other parts of Miami-Dade County who were incredibly impressed and flabbergasted at what had happened in Doral, how that vision came in large part from a combination of the, not just the public sector, but the private sector. And it wouldn't be possible without that. To you, the young men and women of the school, the most important thing, it's a great honor to be here today because of all the people that I mentioned, but most importantly because of you. The young man that interviewed me a little bit earlier asked me a number of different questions and told me what's so special about downtown Doral school. And he got me to thinking because all our schools are special. But then I thought, what makes this place a little bit different? Obviously you guys make it different, but there's something very special that Ms. Acevedo mentioned here before, and Jeanette's harped on this all the time, and it's caught my eye every time I've come here, which is the fact that this is a place that feels like family. It doesn't feel just like a school. It doesn't feel just like a place where people go to learn. All the things that are the three things that our MCs mentioned are so important while we're here. The fact that we're going to have a great education, the fact that it's going to be a global education and multicultural and bilingual, and the fact that you're going to be able to go on to focus on college and success. And today, you have to go to college to even be able to compete because the world is changing quickly. The fact that this school is emblematic of the changes that have occurred in education. It is a 21st century school. And education sometimes, unfortunately, lags behind when it comes to learning how to prepare our children for not only the workplace, but for life. But I know that this school is on the cutting edge. But the one thing that she said is family. Every time I come here, I feel from the people at the front reception to the athletic, the office, to the teachers, to the vice principals, and to the young men and women that this school is about family. And I've got to tell you that that vision that many years ago we had to make Doral the premier place to live, work, play, and learn could not happen if we didn't have a sense of family. One of the things that people always ask me is, what are you most proud of your mayorship in the city of Doral? And there's a lot of things that many times we can talk about. But the proudest thing what I'm most proud of is the fact that we were a family and are a family, and we created a community. And community can't start if you don't begin with a family, and that's at home. But the next step for young men and women like you is to really, you spend more time at school probably than you do with your family in many instances. And the fact that here you have a family is critically important. So it's an honor to be here. I'm really glad. Sometimes my wife reminds me, are you sure you want to go back to politics? Even I myself asked myself that question when we came back, even though it was important to get us back on track. But you know, one of the most wonderful things about coming back is to be able to be here for the opening of this school. Because when Mr. Medina and Anna started thinking about this, when they created this idea, but then as we went along, wanted to make it even better, they came to me and said, listen, we've got this idea, we were here, we're going to go over there, and I think it's turned out perfectly. I'll be honest with you. I think the vision you've shown has turned out to be the right one. But the most important thing, like I said, is that vision of having a family. So coming back, it's been a tremendous, I've had a lot of honors coming back, but this is a really good one. To be here at the ribbon cutting of the school is a special one, so I want to thank you all. And best of luck to the young men and women here. I know there's future lawyers, future doctors, future scientists, future singers, and I'm sure there's a future mayor, because I'm going to leave at some point. We're waiting for you. God bless you. God bless you.
Thank you, Mayor Bermudez. That was beautiful. Our next speaker. As the school board member in District 5, Ms. Susie Castillo represents the areas of Doral, Miami Springs, Fontainebleau, Flagler, Virginia Gardens, and South Hialeah. As a graduate of Hialeah Senior High School and an experienced public administrator, Ms. Castillo's career and family history are deeply rooted in the Miami-Dade County public education system. Her mother was a teacher at May M. Walters Elementary School, where coincidentally, Ms. Castillo also began her career in public service. Throughout the years, Ms. Castillo has held various positions in our public schools, including in the superintendent's office and serving in the office of former school board member Frank Bolaños. Prior to being elected to the school board in 2012, Ms. Castillo served as the chief of staff to the first mayor in the city of Doral for over 8 years. Through her experiences, Ms. Castillo has gained the understanding of the needs of students, teachers, and parents, as well as the daily challenges in the communities she represents and represents so well. Please join me in welcoming on stage the Honorable School Board Member of Miami-Dade County Public Schools, Susie Castillo.
Really beautiful introduction. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. It is so nice to be standing here with our students here right up front. It really is a great way to start a Monday morning. Bright and shiny faces. I want to thank everyone who's here, as the mayor did. It was wonderful walking into this building. Every time I get to the school, it amazes me because and you talked about Walt Disney World before, Walt Disney, Ms. Acevedo Iceberg, and thank you so much for doing that, because every time I walk in here, I feel like I'm in Disney World. It just gives you such a great feeling. Everybody's happy, our students are smiling, our teachers are out helping everyone. Even the cafeteria, look at, the cafeteria workers are here with everything prepared for us. The most importantly to me is, and the best thing that I saw as I walked in this morning, is seeing our parents. One of the things that impresses me most about this school is that I have walked through the halls and I see parents working here all the time. It's one of the things that I think makes, one of the many things that makes the school so successful. The partnership we have with the parents, the community, seeing Siskovich is here, one of the architects that built this building, all of the partners from Spain, from Portugal. This is what makes the school so successful. I remember, as Ms. Acevedo Iceberg mentioned, I was Chief of Staff for Mayor Bermudez for 8 years, which was a privilege and an honor, and I live here in Doral, so I get to see how the city has grown. I remember the idea when Downtown Doral Charter School came to the board about 7 years ago. And going back even further, I remember the day that Mr. Colina came to Doral City Hall with Subway sandwiches to work with Mayor Bermudez and have lunch and talk about what downtown Doral was going to be. And to him, one of the most important things besides City Hall was to make sure that there was a school for our students to be here and our parents to be able to walk to school with our students, to make this a real community. Seeing the school come from conception into reality. To see this first day of school, to be here the first day of school, meeting with Mayor Bermudez, meeting our parents and our students was an incredible feeling this year. It is actually one of the biggest accomplishments for me, things that I've done this year that have really made me happy to be part of this. This truly is one of a kind of school. I am so happy to be here in this partnership with Doral, and the place that this really is a school that represents my district, and I can't be prouder of it. It is inspiring to see the energy and the dedication that has devoted to the school and its growth from the teachers, parents, our administrators, our staff, and all of our students. Each and every one of you make the school what it is. And of course, this would not be done without the leadership of head of our school, Ms. Jeanette Acevedo Eisenberg. Thank you so much. I think you need a round of applause. Feels like I'm in a gala. And because nothing that's done here is done just to be done, it's done first class all the way, and it's because of your leadership. And thank you so much. Ms. Eisenberg has been at the forefront of this entire process of the building, the framework and the foundation of the school, and she has done a wonderful job bringing the vision of downtown Doral Upper Charter School to life. And we all know that she could not have done this alone. Ms. Acevedo Eisenberg has brought together an exceptional team, topping it off with our principal, Willem Plapica. Where is Ms. Plapica? There you go, congratulations today. Willem selected a better principal this high school. He really is amazing. You have played an essential role in the creation of this upper school. From the multilingual components of the curriculum to the innovative programs that have been made available to our students. Mr. Lapica has time and time again proven his commitment to truly providing the students and teachers an exceptional educational experience. I commend him for his excellent work and look forward to the amazing things that are going to happen coming out of this school. Finally, I would like to take a moment to thank Mr. Armando Colina and Ms. Colina Bartlett, who have dedicated countless hours, days, weeks, years to what makes the school a true partnership with Miami-Dade County Public Schools. From the very beginning, Mr. Godina and Ms. Galina insisted that this project just not be another building in another school, but a building of a community. And to me, that is the one thing that makes this project so special. And I remember that it's not just building a community of a school. To Mr. Godina, it's extremely important that this is a public school, so that everyone has access to the school. And it's a partnership with Miami-Dade County Public Schools, and we really appreciate that, Mr. Godina. And Ms. Godina Bartlett, I remember how crucial it was to her and how much she worked on the languages to make sure that we have teachers that are here from other countries to not only provide the experience of the languages, but to provide the experience of the culture of what they're learning. So thank you for all the hard work and dedication you have done. It certainly has paid off, and I know there's going to be probably other more innovative programs coming out of this school. So we're really looking forward to that. So boys and girls, everyone that's here, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for supporting Downtown Doral Charter Upper School, and we're going to have a great day today. Congratulations to all of you. I can't wait to see all of you graduating soon. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
And before I introduce our next speaker, I'd like to pause a moment so that we can recognize all the wonderful parents that are here today that have assisted us, because they are a very important part of the recipe of success here at Downtown Doral. If all the parents can kind of wave so that everybody can see who you are. We have other parents in the audience as well. You can stand to be recognized and kind of wave. Yes, absolutely. These are parents that dedicate many, many hours to our school and make it so special. Thank you. As we say here, gracias and obrigada. And now, I'd like to introduce to you someone that is very important to the success here at Downtown Doral. Alberto M. Carvalho has served as superintendent of Miami-Dade County Public Schools, the 4th largest school system in the United States, since September 2008. He is an expert on education transformation, finance, and leadership development. During his tenure, Miami-Dade County Public Schools has become one of the highest performing urban school systems in the United States. The district has also been named as the 2014 College Board Advanced Placement Equity and Excellence District of the Year, as well as the 2012 winner of the Broad Prize for Urban Education. He has expanded school choice options in Miami-Dade to over 1,000 offerings that include bilingual programs, fine and performing arts, biotechnology, engineering, robotics, aviation, forensic sciences, and many others. Mr. Carvalho is also the proud founder and principal of the award-winning iPreparatory Academy that has become a model of 21st century learning in the age of innovation and technology. He is recognized by his peers as a national voice for equity in education. His honors include the 2014 National Superintendent of the Year, the 2016 winner of the Harold McGraw Prize in Education, the 2018 National Urban Superintendent of the Year, the 2019 National Association for Bilingual Education Superintendent of the Year Award, and recognition by Scholastic Administrator as one of the Fantastic 5 educators making a difference in America. He serves on the National Assessment Governing Board, to which he was appointed by the U.S. Secretary of Education. He also serves as a committee member for the National Academies of Science, Engineering, and Medicine, and as an advisory committee member to the Harvard Program on Education Policy and Governance.
Mr. Carvalho has been awarded many honorary degrees, including a Doctor of Public Service by Florida International University. Can everybody hear me? I'm using my teacher.
Yeah.
Doctor of Pedagogy, honoris causa from Nova Southeastern University. He has been honored by the President of Portugal with the Orden de Mento Seville and by Mexico with the Acme Award. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to introduce to you the Superintendent of Miami-Dade County Public Schools, Mr. Alberto Carvalho.
Well, good morning, everyone. Good morning. Buenos dias. Bon dia. It is my distinct pleasure to be here in beautiful downtown Doral to celebrate, beyond what's been said, a fantastic school that has emerged as a true vision of partnership that has been realized in this community for the benefit of its families and its children. I remember being in this school on the very first day of this school year, August 19th, and I share in the comments made by school board member Susie Castillo and the mayor that there is true energy of happiness felt every single day in this school. I want to commend the leadership of its principal and the head of schools. I want to celebrate also the visionary leadership, not only of a partner, a friend, a civic and community leader, someone who is close to my mind and heart, this community's champion, Armando Godina. This is a journey we began not yesterday, a journey we began a number of years ago with a simple conversation. What would it take? What would it take to realize, considering the explosive nature of expansion right here in Doral and the building of a true community with a downtown feeling? What would it take to integrate public education into its natural fabric? Armando and Ana Godina Barlick were adamant that this project would be realized in partnership with Miami-Dade County Public Schools. And here we are today. after the downtown Doral Charter Elementary School was first opened this year, collaboratively, through the power of partnership, we are inaugurating this downtown Doral Opera Academy. The sky is truly the limit for those who believe that tomorrow is a better day because of what we dare to do today. This is truly a strong accomplishment. To the Consul of Spain and the Deputy Consul of Brazil, I thank you for your support and dedication of time, talent, and treasure to this impressive image of public education in the Doral community. To my own team, and this could not have been done without the expertise and hard work of Dr. Sylvia Diaz, my former Chief Facilities Officer, today Chief of Staff, Mr. Jaime Torrens, and our Chief Academic Officer, Ms. Marie Izquierdo. Thank you so much for your dedication and hard work. Everything that happens in our community as far as public education is concerned is overseen and approved through individuals whose hearts and minds beat unison, folks in a private sector who want to elevate the quality of its life through public education. And I would be remiss, even though they've been introduced, if I did not acknowledge the presence of Anna Lara, Chief of Staff to the Chair of the School Board of Miami-Dade, Ms. Perla Tavares-Hampton, Dr. Larry Feldman, and obviously our community's represented right here in Doral, my good friend, Ms. Susie Castillo. I want to thank also the remarkable design and vision of Ziskovich. This is truly a remarkable edifice. Its form reflects its function. One walks alongside the other, providing the ideal learning environment for its students and an ideal, inspired, and inspirational environment for its teachers. Lastly, if it is about languages, if it is about bilingualism, biculturalism, if it is about building the stronger global perspective for which our students must be prepared if they are to outcompete their international partners, then we ought to live by what we talk about. Me siento muy orgulloso de estar aquí con ustedes celebrando la inauguración de una escuela tan importante para la comunidad de Doral, tan importante para una presencia de educación pública aquí en esa ciudad, aquí en nuestro condado. Estamos verdaderamente dando el mundo a nuestros niños. And then, of course, closer to my heart, maybe than most, sinto muito orgulhoso de estar aqui com vocês esta manhã e celebrar a presença desta escola tão importante, não somente para a nossa comunidade, não somente para a cidade do Doral, mas também para o futuro profissional, o futuro econômico das crianças, dos meninos, das meninas, dos estudantes que estão aqui hoje. Eu posso falar assim, mas também posso falar com acento de Portugal. It is indeed a pleasure to participate, to be a part, a small part, in this grand design that we call public education. This time through the inauguration of downtown Doral Opera Academy. The sky indeed is the limit. Let me close by mentioning once again my visionary friend, my brother in arms, my colleague who is undeterred in dreaming big for the benefit of a community that has been so responsible for building. Armando Codina truly has embarked on a journey that is defined by belief, skill, and will. And anyone who truly embraces that important journey of creating better communities understands that the impossible
can truly become the inevitable. And today, the impossible has become the inevitable right here in Doral. Have a great, fantastic school year. Congratulations on a remarkable school. Muchas gracias a todos. Muito obrigado. Muito obrigado. Thank you.
A thank you, gracias, and obrigado to other speakers this morning. It's been a pleasure to share this moment with each of you.
The students at DDCUS have combined their talents to create something special, which demonstrates our multicultural pride.
As global thinkers, we value diversity and embrace our cultural ethnicities. Here at DDCUS, our differences are what bring us together. To introduce our first performance, I only have one question for you, Ana Paula. Do you know Grace?
I do, and she's pretty amazing. Performing Amazing Grace, we present the DDCUS choir.
rendition highlighting the wonders of our country. In the United States of America, we have the opportunity to respect and appreciate all the different cultures, languages, and values that make up our country. And for that, we are grateful.
I agree with you, Max, but I have a question for you now.
Ask away.
Have you ever been to Brazil?
Not yet.
Well, then you're in luck.
Really? How so?
Our next performance will make you feel as if you're walking the streets of São Paulo.
That's exciting. It'll save me the trip.
We present our award-winning dance team, the Sapphires, as they embody the spirit of Brazil.
Que apresentação maravilhosa. Thank you, Sapphires.
Greek Portuguese, Max. Could you teach me some? Better yet, how about some samba?
Only if you agree to teach me some.
I think you'd have better luck asking our next performers. Démosle la bienvenida a la siguiente presentación. Casi directo a España, les presentamos el grupo de flamenco.
What an outstanding performance full of passion.
Speaking of passion, at DDCUS we have a very dedicated team of teachers who are passionate about their students. Anywhere around the globe, school may just be school, but here at DDCUS, we know what school can be. It's much more than a building with classes, much more than a learning center.
Here to bring this concept to life is Adrian Estrada, performing an excerpt from Freedom Riders.
May I read you something from my diary? Okay. This summer was the worst summer in my short 14 years of life. And it all started with a phone call. My mother was crying and begging, asking for more time, as if she was gasping for her last breath of air. She held me as tight as she could and cried. Her tears hit my shirt like bullets, and she told me we were being evicted. She kept apologizing to me. I thought, I have no home. I should have asked for something less expensive at Christmas. On the morning of the eviction, a hard knock on the door woke me up. The sheriff was there to do his job. I looked up into the sky, waiting for something, anything to happen. My mother has no family to lean on, no money coming in. Why bother coming to school or getting good grades if I'm homeless? Okay, summer ends, school starts. The bus stops in front of school, and I feel like throwing up. I'm wearing clothes from last year, some old shoes, no new haircut. I kept thinking I got laughed at. Instead, I'm greeted by a couple of friends who were in my English class last year, and it hits me. Mrs. Gruwell, my crazy English teacher from last year. She's the only person that made me think of hope. Talking with friends about last year's English and our trips, I began to feel better. I received my schedule, and the first teacher is Mrs. Gruwell in room 203. I walk into the room, and I feel as though all problems in life are not so important anymore. I am home.
To call a place a home means to have found yourself there, to feel cared for and appreciated. Downtown Doral Charter Upper Schools has become our home and will remain our home, not just in the years we will be walking these hallways, but in many more to follow when we remember the friendships and special moments like this one today. We stand by the idea that great and amazing things are to be accomplished in this building, achievements capable of impacting our community. As global thinkers, we carry the responsibility to take the knowledge and experiences acquired as students of DDCUS and not just accomplish good things, but contribute by performing good deeds.
DDCUS is fostering global leaders who will bridge cultural gaps. The performance you're about to enjoy is a product of our school's combined efforts. We recognize that Downtown Doral Charter Elementary School and Downtown Doral Charter Upper School stand together for the nurturing of future global leaders. We welcome the Downtown Doral Charter School's global singers with their rendition of We Are the World. to all performers, as well as to Ms. Noela, Mr. Araujo, Mrs. Paz, and Mr. Rivera for their hard work and dedication in putting these performances together.
It has been our pleasure and honor to serve as your Masters of Ceremonies. Now, with some closing remarks, join us in welcoming the founding principal of Downtown Doral Charter Upper School, Mr. Wilhelm Lappin.
Thank you, Ana Paula and Max. Let's give our Masters of Ceremony another round of applause for their excellent work. Here at Downtown Doral Charter Upper School, we believe that performances should be student-run and student-produced. I would like to call the stage crew to come out on stage and receive the recognition they deserve for all their hard work behind the scenes this morning, running the lights, sound, and curtains. Success of Downtown Doral Charter Upper School is a relationship we have with our management team from Miami-Dade County Public Schools, the Brazilian Consulate, and the Spanish Consulate. We thank you for all your support in making our dreams a reality. Despite all the hard work and amazing things that go on within the four walls of this building, we could not have accomplished everything we have without the incredible support of our parents, community, and sponsors. They have dedicated time and money to ensure that we are able to shine our brightest each and every day. Please join me in thanking today's sponsors: Baird, Guerra and Associates, Campus Construction Group, City National Bank, Club C, Educational Networks, Enrique Munoz Studio, Green Tree, Herb Jones Yearbooks, Imperial Day, IT Savvy, Kids Help Kids, the Law Office of Tatiana Dacunia, Layer 8 Solutions, Leila Guido of Jolo Flowers, National Academic Educational Partners, Pasco, Pizza Mia, Skiros, Virgo, and our very own International Parent Organization. There is one more person we would like to thank for all her hard work, dedication, and countless hours of service to our school and community. She has been an integral part of not just the success of Downtown Doral Charter Upper School, but also of our award-winning Downtown Doral Charter Elementary School as well. Without her support, we would not be able to accomplish all we do at both schools. At this time, I would like to call Ms. Acevedo Eisenberg to the stage to present her with a token of our gratitude and esteem. It is because of the continued support of many of you in attendance today that in such a brief amount of time, we have accomplished amazing things. Last year, we received a Silver Steed designation, a 5-star school award, and scored among the top 1% of schools in the state of Florida. This year already, our DDCUS Sapphires have won first place in the Jazz Funk category at the American Dance Alliance competition. Our debate team has won 3 individual first place prizes, and just recently, Downtown Doral Charter Upper School was announced as one of 4 state winners in the Samsung Solve for Tomorrow competition. The future is indeed bright here at Downtown Doral Charter Upper School as we think global and continue working together, molding the future leaders of our communities. Thank you, gracias, and obrigado.